Hel- Hello, my friends. David here, Central Cal Piper, on a very balmy Tuesday afternoon here in Central California. It is 99 degrees right now and climbing. I think it will probably hit 100 today. As it's 99 right now, 412 maybe not. 4 o'clock is usually the warmest part of the day. But anyway, I thought I'd come to you guys, and it's been a few days since I made a video before my little trip that I had mentioned taking, so I thought it would be a good time to catch up. So I'm smoking in my Tuesday Cobb, my Missouri Meerschaum General with a Forever stem on it, and one of my favorite stems. Color the pipe. The pipe I used leather dye a few years ago to change it from the normal color to this kind of a reddish color, which I really like, and it's a very nice pipe. Very large bowl and a bit heavy, but still I can clench. Of course, my pipe seems to have died on me, and maybe at the end of this bowl because I loaded it a while back, smoked on it for a while watching a few videos. But anyway, let's get another shot and see if it'll light back up again. All right, we'll see how long this lasts. So I wanted to give a little update on this weekend's activities. I had mentioned in one of my videos last week that I was going to drive up to Roseville to pick up a small little truck that my dad was selling me. So I don't think I mentioned before, but I had a hard time getting him to come up with a price. So he finally told me that he would take $625 for it. Now I know that the low blue book is about 11,000, so he basically gave it to me, but I guess he felt like he wanted to get something out of it, so it wasn't just giving it to me. Anyway, so 625. So we drove up to Roseville on Friday and didn't get a real early start. It was about noon before we got everything together and decided to head on out. I'm not going to fight with the pipe. It's probably dead, so I can reload it here in a minute. Well, I'll reload it while we're talking. So anyway, we uh, we got up, drove up there, and got up to Roseville at around, I think it was about 5:30 or 6, because we had to make a couple of stops on the way. We went up Interstate 5, which is a really boring way to get up there. I would never do that again because there's no scenery. It's just a long, straight shot, which would be great if you're a truck driver. But if you want to see anything or have any diversions, uh, well, it's not the route to go. So we decided, though, sorry about that, looking for my pipe cleaners, which I probably left in the house. Um, Drove up there, got a hotel. We weren't terribly impressed with the hotel, but we had booked it on Expedia, so we couldn't really do much about it. You know, you go with people's reviews and all that, and it had good reviews. But when we got there, it looked kind of like Hotel Baghdad. I mean, it's the styling of it's, I don't know. Anyway, it wasn't very impressive. The room was fine, big enough, clean enough, and all that. Got up there, unpacked, got a text from my stepmother asking if we could make dinner by 6. And I said, well, we just rolled into town. She said, well, let's make it at 7 o'clock. And so we got our things put away, made it to their house by about 6:45 or so. As we were pulling up, another car pulled up at the same time, and it had my half brother Darren and his wife Colleen and their daughter Megan. And their daughter is 23 years old, I think. Very nice girl. They got at the same time as my brother. I've only seen him a couple of times in my life. The last time has been, well, gosh, probably about 38 years ago. He was at our wedding, and I saw him at another. Anyway, it's been a long time, probably 30 years or so since I've last seen any of them. So we got there, all walked in together. Um, they had ordered some takeout, some kind of it was like a Chinese food takeout that they got for us, teriyaki chicken, I guess, actually, and rice with a few vegetables. It was good. So we had kind of an awkward night. My dad and stepmom didn't do a whole lot of talking, but luckily, my my stepbrother, his wife, and their daughter did a lot of talking, so that was nice. So we had dinner with them. We ate dinner, and my stepmom said to my half brother, "Well, I know you guys are tired, so you should probably go." So Amy and I weren't sure what to do, but she looked at us and said, "I know you guys are probably tired too." So we kind of took that as our as a hint that we should probably leave. So we did. Felt really awkward. Thought, man, I don't know if this is going to work out. I can't imagine, spending a lot of time because it seemed like she was not really liking the company that night. So, kind of weird feeling. Didn't talk about the truck or anything like that. We went back to our hotel room, and the next morning got up, and we had to return the rental car by 10:30 a.m. So we were trying to figure out how to do all that. So we kind of thought, well, we'll just go to meet them for a while, then come back and take her car back. Anyway, it worked out that they wanted to meet us at the car rental place, so we took the car back, met with them, and they drove us around Roseville, which was good. They wanted to show us a few things. We had talked about a hotel, so my stepmom apologized for us getting a bad hotel experience, and we told her, well, that's okay because we're thinking we may just want to drive home tomorrow, which would have been Saturday. And she insisted that we stay another night. She wanted to drive around and find us a hotel. So anyway, we finally convinced her that we were indeed going to go home that day because, they're really nice. That morning was great. They're very talkative and friendly and all that. Took us out to breakfast at a restaurant called Huckleberry's, which was neat. I'd never been there, like a Southern styled restaurant with Cajun type food. And so we had a nice breakfast together, went back to their house and visited for a few hours. My dad, he's always been into bird watching, so he showed us all of his bird feeders and all the things, his hobbies, and we walked around the house. He showed us the truck. He showed us the old Volkswagen. I'll try to stick a picture on here of it, but it was all covered up with, and packed away, but it was in pretty rough condition, so it wasn't like it was drivable or anything at that point. It would take quite a bit of work. So I didn't really think about asking, although before he left, his wife said, you guys should just get a trailer and tow that thing out of here. And we kind of laughed, but I didn't think we'd probably do that on that particular day. But so we didn't end up taking it. But it was a nice visit. They're very nice. My dad, I hadn't seen him for about 30 years, and he looks pretty old. I mean, he's 80, he just turned 82, I think, 83 actually. So he's had cancer in the past 10 years, and he also had a brain tumor. So, but he was doing great. I mean, mentally very sharp. It's kind of sad though because when we went to breakfast, my stepmom, she uses a walker, and she reminded me quite a bit of my mom. She has COPD. She was having a hard time getting places. She was very winded when we went into the restaurant and all that. So kind of sad to see that. We were walking behind them, and I thought they're just two old people now. The last time I saw them, they were in their 50s, which is where I'm at now. I'm actually older. I'm 62. So they were younger then than I am now. But boy, a lot can change in 30 years. So kind of felt sorry for them because they kind of have a hard time getting around and all that. But had a nice visit nonetheless. We hung out with them and probably until about 1 o'clock in the afternoon decided just to come home. Now, we had mentioned earlier, we had talked about going to Cannery Row and staying in a hotel there. In fact, we had a reservation for a hotel in Monterey, but we were able to actually cancel that and get a full refund. So we left at about 1 o'clock. The truck did really well. It's a 2006 truck, so it rode quite a bit rougher than our Prius that we get around in. But it had nice air, had a stereo that I was able to plug my iPhone in and charge it and use the navigation on the way home. But it was a long drive. We decided to go down 99 from Roseville to Bakersfield or Shafter. So it took us a while to get home, but it was a nice visit. And I kind of missed them when we left because they seem like they're really starved for company. They don't get many visits. Their two sons live within just a few miles of them, but as life is, their sons are fairly busy. My stepbrother's a principal at an elementary school, so he was busy doing some things that day and all that. But I don't think they get many visitors, so I kind of felt sorry for him. I don't know. I'd like to see him again. I thought when we went up to this, will probably be it. This will be the last time I talk to them or see them. But if we do decide to go anywhere, like we talked about going to Oregon for a little bit of a road trip. So if we do that, we'll probably pass through and maybe have dinner with them or something on the way up. But anyway, nice time. I did ask my son Christian, who's very mechanically inclined about the Volkswagen, and he really would love to have it. So I'll probably ask my dad if it would be all right if he's interested in selling it or whatever, ask him what he would sell it for to my son Christian, so that Christian can restore it. He really wants to do that, which is good because I'm not very mechanically inclined, but he is. Christian is, so he's into that sort of thing. Anyway, it was a nice visit. We're home now, rested up and all that, and I'm just doing my normal routine. I forgot about my pipe, didn't I? It's sitting laying here. I was going to pack it again. Anyway, nice visit. And now we're just reacclimating to our regular routine, which shouldn't be too hard because we're only gone for one night. But anyway, it's the temperature there is about the same as it is here in Bakersfield, where we all live in the same valley. We all live in the San Joaquin Valley, which is very large, obviously very long. If we could drive for 4 or 5 hours and still be in the valley, but their temperature, like I said, is hot like ours. For some reason, I thought it might be a little cooler, but no, about the same. So anyway, that's how our trip went. Had a nice time, and I'll have to show a picture of the truck at the end of this video, maybe. So stay tuned after the video, and I'll put a picture of the Volkswagen, put a picture of me and my dad, and I'll put a picture of the pickup, which is now in my driveway. So anyway, just wanted to give you guys a brief little update there. So I guess I've done that now. So you guys take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.